possible.
I mean, we have lots of ideas, but what we wanted to do is, it's for a bus shelter, it's a 6-sheet, so we want to do an actual bus shelter, but we want to create a couple of characters. The best example is sort of the M&M guys. See how fun they are?
Yes.
They're like, and they're
I do understand, but the time that goes into something like that is huge. You know, you're talking a couple of days or weeks, you know.
I think creating characters is original. You know, okay, they're not going to be, you know, the M&M characters because, you know, time is tight, but we're going to make a good job and hopefully they're original. I think they're original anyway because, you know, I haven't seen them before, so they must be original. I'm just thinking SpongeBob SquarePants. That's what it's in my head like. It's a television with SpongeBob legs and arms.
Just minutes to go before they have to down tools, and both design teams send through samples of their artwork to the rest of their teams.
Yeah, we're getting through. We have our image, we have our stuff. We're just trying to get it all up and running now, mate. So,
okay.
Just we're up against the clock on this one.
There's a lot going on in the same. It looks like almost like perspective.
There, that logo is not big.
You can't see it.
I'm just saying, I'd be weary of having it too busy. I'd be weary of having too much information.
Yeah, what you're looking at there is the first.
I mean, the first draft.
Day one over, and time to go home. Tomorrow, they must finalise the most effective way to spend their €100,000 budget and pitch both this and their bus shelter adverts to We and AdShell. Day two. Fusion and Elevate have until 3 p.m. to finalise their budget and strategy.
We've got 298 spots or panels by 270, which is the cost per panel.
However, their posters must be sent to the printers by 11 a.m, giving them only 2 hours to make any changes.
Dead or Alive, we're going to get
Oh yeah, we're going to get rid of that.
Okay.
and we're going to change that
To appliances and partners in crime.
With innovation and execution key elements of this task, the teams who best satisfy the requirements of both clients will be deemed the winners.
Are we changing, by doing this, changing the logo? But can we take out the little white bits and just actually flush in the battery?
We could do that, but I was also thinking as well what would look very, very clean is if we actually took the We and the triangle out of the battery.
So we're going to do that. That's what you want.
Yeah.
That looks much
While Michelle and Najette tweak the logo, events organiser Dave has been tasked with jazzing up Elevate's presentation with lights and projections.
Whoa. My God, you're massively expensive, aren't you?
In event management, you have to be on the ball, and not everything goes to plan. And it's up to you to save things a lot of the time. You've got to be seen as the duck with your camera above the water, but your legs are going 90 underward.
I'm being very honest with you. Unless there's a massive drop in that price there, I wouldn't be able to take them on. I'd take my budget's so tight. What sort of money can you take off the price, do you think?
Can you do cardboard cutouts, can you? No, we need just three characters. Probably the biggest one would be probably, I'd say, 4, maybe 5 foot.
Over on Fusion, project manager Barry wants life-size cutouts of his characters to liven up their presentation, leaving Will and Caroline across the poster.
You want to try this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
just a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's an hour left before they have to finish the ad and they're under desperate time pressure. Barry seems to let his team have a lot of latitude, but then he comes in and changes everything they've already done, and I find that very frustrating to look at.
OK, why are we going with this blue? Is this the blue?
Well, we didn't try.
Yeah, I don't want blue because it's blue in the shutter, so this has to be bold. Red. Red stands out.
Red?
Yeah.
It stands out.
The blue is shite. I'm plain and simple. Like, I mean, so if we're going with something, we need to go. It doesn't have to be red, but the blue is terrible.
I think everybody's pulled together to work on this task. I think Caroline has pushed herself forward and has given some real input. But it is quite frustrating when you have to-do list which is a mile long. But trying to get through that and then stuff going back and trying to chop and change, it is a bit frustrating.
Meanwhile, the rest of Barry's team are devising the budget and preparing the pretation.
I'm looking to find out when you would see as your peak times for, the recycling of electrical goods. When would you see people coming back with old tellies, batteries, all, electrical appliances?
With a €100,000 budget to be spread over a 2-week nationwide campaign, it's vital the teams target the public at the most effective time of the year.
He's pushed January and the other person pushed after Christmas as well.
Right.
Are we going to get lynched if we don't go for January?
I at this point I'm thinking go for after January.
No.
Yesterday we looked at a lot of data and we narrowed down that January was primarily the busiest time of year for cycling. As we looked into it more, then we also found out that May was a key time. So it was a toss-up really of which to go with. But having done more research this morning, having talked to cycling centres and talking to retailers, they're all pointing towards January being the really key time.
Like, I've done some more research, right? We rang a couple of recycling centres. Their standout season is January.
No, I like this whole return for free to we, but I don't like the way the logo is tiny.
With just 20 minutes to go, project manager Tara's design team sent through their final poster for her approval.
You've done an excellent job, but I'm just concerned in terms of, the wee logo, that's very small.
I understand what you mean, but there's absolutely nowhere else that we could put it in.
I think, beside the recyclefree.ie, where the website is, beside it.
If you want us to put it in, we can put it in, but the three of us here agree it takes from the actual poster.
I made it clear to everyone last night that I wanted to make sure that the logo was, a prominent part, and I just feel as if we're totally going against the brief.
When the poster came back for sign-off to Tara, she wasn't happy with the logo. The logo was absolutely tiny, and Najat kept on saying back to her, oh, no, it looks perfect from where I am. And she kept on saying, well, I trust Najat. She said it several times. Why would she trust Najat? Najat hasn't proven to be very creative throughout the whole process.
I want it to be clear. I don't want us to get lost.
I know.
We get it, but
I know, but Najat, trust me, she
I know,
homes
she's
in on
cool,
them
she's
things,
cool,
and it was the same with Michelle. So I do trust them.
How are we on time?
We're just coming.
18 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I need that shorter. Much shorter. Yeah, it's just not meaty enough. It's not sexy.
It's come together. I'm happier today than I was yesterday with the way the cartoon characters kind of have come alive a little bit. I'm not going to go in cocky or confident at all. I just hope that our idea is creative enough and it's what we, Ireland, are looking for.
No, what are you doing here?
Well, I wanted to separate the brands from the actual education.
Right, but don't leave empty space. What are you doing here?
Well, what would you want to do? I just think
Unless...
Okay,
guys, time's up.
Okay.
So let's go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm happy enough. I mean, we want to be a little bit different. Look, if it works, it's in the bag. If it doesn't, we'll be hosed for it.
And as the final poster is sent to the printers, back in the hotel, hours of strategizing and budgeting are taking their toll on Jamie and Niamh.
No, nothing. Both of us were wrong.
So far this morning, I backed up just getting facts and figures ready for Jamie so that we could make sure that we did put the right strategy in place. And I've nearly completed the presentation now. It's just a matter of going through it with Niamh. I have to say I'm a bit frustrated. It shouldn't have taken that long to get the numbers and the budget done up. We're under some serious timelines now, and I just feel like I'm the only person in the room that actually is feeling the pressure of it.
Having decided to include some scrolling posters at certain key locations, Fusion's budget is more complicated than originally planned.
The numbers are getting a bit complex
They are
already.
getting complex, yeah.
And every time we change, we have to change the printing cost, which changes the number of implementations.
Literally, the budget, it sounds easy that it's very easy to get a budget to work. You have 100,000, divide it up into media spend, and then you have design cost. It's not as simple as that. We've two clients here, we have to keep both of them equally happy. Some people will tend to kind of say, sure, listen, let him on, and if he makes a mistake, well, sure, we can nail it on him anyhow. And that does happen, but I'd rather take a chance, do it, and maybe make a few mistakes than not bother at all.
Hi guys.
How are you?
Yes.
It was a lot of work to do, but we knew what we were doing.
I like it. You've done a brilliant job, guys. I really do like it. Like, it says recyclefree.ie, and it does have the logo in it. The only thing is, are we playing around with their logo, though?
Because they've never used their logo in here without the battery. Did we look for brand guidelines for the logo?
Well, we didn't mess with the logo at all. We didn't change colours.
It's signed off, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. One thing though that I want to clear up with everyone, and just can I have everyone's attention for a minute, please? What I'm most concerned about now is that the presentation, really.
My vision of it was that the lights are down, the two logos are illuminated, and we start with voiceovers of what do you think of recycling?
Exactly.
And this is playing in the background.
Tara is quite lucky in this team in that she has Sarah for the strategy and that she has the other team on the creative. And hopefully Dave will come up with some smoke and mirrors for the presentation.
No, you're going too old school.
With their deadline looming, Elevate are trying to find some music to help set the tone of their campaign during the presentation.
Go on then.
Can we say?
Can you bookmark it?
And now, with everything in place, all that's left is to arrange delivery of their presentation printed on recycled paper.
Thanks, Tony. I'm just giving you a quick ring to see, did you get the email?
No, I didn't get any email at all. I just got a 6-sheet, that's all I got.
I don't know why. We sent it to you before lunch. There must be a problem with the email. So I'll send you everything that needs to be printed.
When do you need these for?
By 4 o'clock today, please.
It's 2:30 now. I haven't got time to have these ready till probably tomorrow morning.
Right.
With time running out, they are left with just one option.
We're going to print our presentation off here, and then at least we have something to hand them.
Yeah. But guys, visually, what do you think of the general layout of this? I don't know now about this blue and what could we...
I like the blue and white.
Does it look a bit though?
That's the way they do them.
Also back together and under time pressure, Fusion are realising that Ciara's PowerPoint presentation is not as far along as they thought.
We have reasons for having so many in Dublin, so many in Cork.
I'm looking at the PowerPoint there and it looks a little bit...
That's only the page 2 or page 3.
Yeah, it needs to be like fixed up now.
That's where
it's very raw at the moment.
It's hard, Margaret, we need to fill this in. What the hell is wrong with that slide?
And as both teams put the finishing touches to their presentations, their poster campaigns are printed and ready to go. And the venue for their bus shelter is the Helix Theatre, where both teams will present their campaigns. Despite being one of Ireland's premier performance spaces, Dave has decided that his team may be in need of some extra lighting. Inside, awaiting Fusion and Elevate, are Maria Taff, Sales and Marketing Director for AdShell, Elizabeth O'Reilly, Compliance Manager, and Leo Donovan, CEO, both of We Ireland. And first up is Team Elevate.
Good afternoon and welcome to Elevate Marketing's Bus Shelter ad and marketing strategy presentation. We wanted to make sure the ad was simple and that it was easy to understand. So you could literally be standing at a bus stop for 5 seconds or 5 minutes and you'd still get a clear message across. You didn't have to stand there and really think about what you were looking at. And also that it could be understood by all age groups. And I'm delighted to present it to you here today. I'm now going to pass you on to Panis, who will take you through the marketing strategy. Thank you very much.
Now, we all know that timing is really essential. According to our research that we have conducted, we found out that most of the population are searching for recycling probably after Christmas and New Year's. So we chose the cycle 2 that starts from 17th of January to 30th of January 2011. Our budget management allowed us to create 298 panels, which that translates to 55% coverage in Dublin and 38% coverage nationwide.
Thank you very much for your presentation, but I'm not too sure about the crime. Recycling is a very positive activity. This ad is indicating to me that potentially it'd be criminal.
It is wanted. The crime is that if it isn't recycled, then you're not going to get your reward, which is your cleaner and clearer environment.
Was there any reason why you didn't use the official We Ireland logo that was in your briefing pack, the battery logo?
Really, we wanted it to stand out, and when we were with the designer, when we put the full logo on, it wasn't seen very well, and that's why we decided to take away the battery outline.
In the brief that we got when we went through, I did see 2 campaigns with that symbol there.
Yeah, they're older campaigns, but obviously no organisation likes their logo tampered with when it's given to an advertising agency.
OK, well then on behalf of the judging panel, may I thank you again, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. We are Team Fusion. I'm Barry and this is Niamh. She'll be giving you our presentation today.
We have decided to go with a strategy that would maximise the amount of funds we have. So we are able to get 200 fixed 6 sheets in Dublin. 10 of these will be scrolling. One of the new innovations from AdShell. We want to put our basic ad, which we'll be revealing to you in a moment, but also 2 additional ads.